Most people roll into the Seder and they know this part. So then what's the point? We have to delve deeper to understand what's really going on. Every moment has a theme, and every nuance matters. And when you go through it, you come out a different person. So that's what we're going to explore together. The themes, the lessons, the reasons, the purpose. Because that's what this is really all about. Okay, let's get back to the sons now. We're talking about the other two. Last time we spoke about the Chacham and the Rasha. And it's almost as if like that's where our attention goes. I think our attention should be equally distributed to the next two. Because this is, I think, where most of us lie. And really where most of our people lie. Tam, the simple one. Tam. It's an interesting concept of a tam, because sometimes it's used positively. Right? To be tamim, to be simple and pure. In this case, I don't think it is. Mahu Omer, what does someone who's simple say? Ma zos. I'm not really curious. I'm not asking. I'm not even articulating a question. Right? The Chacham's like, what's the edus, chukim, mishpatim? I see what's going on. The Rasha's like, I don't want anywhere near this. What in the world? The Tom's not doing that. The Tom's going like, I'm not even paying attention, to be honest. Like, yeah, I know stuff, but like, I'm not looking for more. Like, I'm not paying attention. Oh my gosh, what's that? Oh, that's a good class. That's amazing. Why do you think it happened here? Look at that cool miracle story. The simple person is just going through their day, focusing on their physical life. And then like all of a sudden there's like a spiritual asteroid somewhere, like, hey, wow, what a great speech. What a great story. What a great video. I should really. Mazos. Hey, what's that? We said, Kodesh Baruch Hu has a plan. He took us out. He connected us. For the simple child inside us, the challenge of the simple child is that he's open. He's just so not focused that he won't ask until he is prompted. He doesn't have more or less knowledge than the Chacham, the tzaddik says over here. What's the Sefer image? The Divrei Nigidim says. He doesn't have more or less knowledge. He just only asks when he notices. And that's what simple knowledge is. Simple knowledge is the lack of curiosity. One of the great challenges you have as we grow as Jews, is that we think that there's like brilliant people and not brilliant people, and there are, but it's not how it's being defined here amongst the children. It's curious and uncurious. The Chacham was curious. The Rasha pushed back against the curiosity. He didn't want it. The Tam is just non-curious. And we're trying. But the goal is to recognize inside us that Tam, that simple aspect. We're not negative. We're not against. We just don't care. We're just so focused on our sports and our lives and our money and our careers and the clothes we wear and the things we do. We're just so overwhelmed with social media. We're just so focused on everything else that this doesn't really get us. Manishtana, so to speak, is for the Tam. Hey, look, we're dipping. Hey, we're washing twice. Hey, look. And the kid's like, most of us, when we get to the Seder, I believe we're Tam. We're like, yeah, is it almost done? Or, that's cool, even if we're not saying that. Yeah, like, I have an idea. And then the rest of it were like, no, let's go. Many of us go through our whole Judaism like this. Like, why do we, fast for? I don't know. Why do we light candles for? I don't know. Well, why are you, I don't know. Why do we hate chametz for? Like, we hate chametz more than we hate pork. You can't have pork. You don't see us ripping pork out of we're not burning pork in the streets. Why do we hate chametz more than pork? I don't know. You would think? No, I didn't think about that at all. Well, how come? Well, because, I don't know, I've been checking my Instagram for the past hour and I'm focused on that. I don't know, it's March. Isn't this March Madness time? That's not a chacham. And the Haggadah comes to point that out because this is us. And it's trying to bring it out. Baruch HaMakom, Baruch Hu. It's not the way it's supposed to be. Hashem's with us everywhere. And we have to fight that, Tom. We have to fight that. How do we fight that? Well, part of it is we're so used to digesting synthetic that it's hard to taste the purity of the Torah. Right? There's a famous story with Rebel Wine. He was once in a winery, and he walked around with the wine taster, and he was so blown away. The man could sip a wine and know to increase the degrees on the barrel or keep it here. And he said, "You have the best job in the world." He goes, "I'm a winemaker. There is no taste in my house. They don't let salt or pepper or mustard or honey, nothing, just bland food because my taste buds are reserved for wine." It's a very deep. I saw that in a Vayimayin. I forgot who the rabbi was who brought that up. You should check out that Vayimayin. It's called The Winemaker. There's a rabbi who told the story. It's a very powerful story. We allow our taste buds to be taken down by the synthetic, and so you can't taste the true wine of this world. We allow ourselves to be overwhelmed with the stimuli of this world that when it gets to Torah, it's bland for us. And we think that there's the problem with the Torah. The B'yam Darkecha speaks about this. It's not the problem with the Torah. It's the problem is that we've blunted our taste buds to the synthetic, to the physical and the material that Torah is bland. And so we become Tom, we become simple. We're not really curious. We don't think there's much here. And the last son is the She'eno Yodeh Lisho. He doesn't even know. He is so out that he doesn't even know what to ask. He doesn't even know that there's a problem. He doesn't even see the nuance. He doesn't even see, when someone says we wash twice, he goes, twice? When do we wash once? He's so lost in his own knowledge that he doesn't even know the problems to ask. That's a reality in our people. And there's a reality in ourselves. Really. We're like, oh, I didn't even realize that was a question. I don't know. We don't? We have to lean? Yeah. It's not that we know it's a problem, we don't really care. It's that we don't even know. We're so far that we don't even know that it's even a nuance. It's like, when like your spouse like makes like a passive aggressive comment and you're like, what? Oh, it's our anniversary? I didn't even know. That's how far. What do you do? At patachlo, you got to get him going. You got to stimulate him. You got to entice him, excite him, and ourselves too. We got to excite ourselves and excite each other. Now watch this line here, and then we'll close with this. Does that sound familiar? You know who we said that to? The Russia. The Sefer says. Interesting, no? Same line, pretty much. Right? What do we say for the Russia? Why? Because the truth is, the She'eno Yodeh Lisho, so far, it's really close. When you're so far from understanding Judaism, it looks really burdensome. It's a lot easier to push back. That She'eno Yodeh Lisho is the apathetic version of the Russia. They're really close. Be really careful in our own minds, right? If you notice the times where we feel it's a burden, notice when you feel Judaism's a burden, how close that is to not even knowing what's going on. In your head, so far from knowledge, the next thing is, it's a burden. The Russia and the She'eno Yodeh Lisho are closer than you think. It's interesting that the Chacham and the Tam line up, and the Rush and the She'eno Yodeh Lisho line up. But these are the four aspects of who we are. And when we think about our own lives, and we're sitting at the Seder, and we're about to engage in the most foundational story of our lives, and we pause for a minute and say, who in my life do I know is like this? But more importantly, where in my life am I a Chacham? Searching. Am I a Chacham when it comes to money, but not when it comes to Judaism? Am I a Chacham when it comes to buying clothes, but not when it comes to understanding why I do certain things? Where am I a Russia? Pushing back, assuming it's a burden, not including myself, not trying. Where am I at Tom, so overwhelmed with this world that my taste buds have made me just simple and I don't really care? And where am I at She'eno Yedei L'Shol? I have no clue. I have no knowledge at all. I don't even know. And when we take stock of our own connection to Torah through these principles, we realize that we've got work to do. And it's okay. It's part of life. But that moment of true honesty at the Seder, at the night of emunah, could change our lives. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us for this series. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that it enhances your Seder and brings you closer to Hashem. We have some cliff notes for you in case you want a Seder companion. You can download it. Check out the series and the downloadable stuff at pesach.us, pesach.us. And hope you have a great holiday, and may we see the full redemption soon.